Hey, I am Wolf from Barefoot Bushcraft, and as always, I want to thank you so much for tuning into this video. Today, we are here to talk about pants. Something that very few people think about. They just buy them, they stick them on, they go out into the world, and they do whatever it is they have to do. From a bushcraft and survival perspective, pants can be a little bit more complicated. One of the few things people sort of understand if you're not into the outdoorsy community is that your clothing of any sort, whether it be your hat or your glasses or your jacket or pants, is that your pants are one of your primary shelter tools. So it's something that protects you from getting weather coming in, so it's going to protect you from scratches, dings, nicks, mud, stuff like that. It's going to protect you from sunlight. They are going to protect you from thorns or scratches and stuff like that. If you don't believe me, go out in a pair of shorts into a thorn bush and you will very quickly learn pants. Very important tool to keep you protected. So when a lot of people just buy whatever and they go out and they don't really start thinking about what their requirements are. So before you go out and you buy equipment like this, especially if you're going to pay, a decent price, these ones that I'm going to talk about today are the proper pants. So they retail in around anywhere between $40 and $60. They're not a very big investment, but it's important to ask some questions about what you're going to do with these clothes before you wear them. So where are you going to go? Your environment that you're going to be working in is very important to the clothing that you choose. So are you going to be working in a very wet environment, like rainforest, or I don't know, if you're working in a factory, is the factory going to be very wet? Are you going to be in a lot of mud? That's going to influence the kind of clothing that you buy. Are you going to be in a very hot environment? Wherever you are, if it's very, very hot, you want thin pants. You don't want super thick, heavy canvas pants, which these are the proper canvas BDU pants. So all of these things you've got to ask yourself, how much water resistance do you need? And understand as well with water resistance that it's a bizarre crossover. The more water resistant the product is, the less breathable it is, right? The most water resistant shoe in the world are those rubber wellies that a lot of people wear. But with that, do you ask yourself, how breathable are they? Zero, right? The most breathable shoes would be a pair of flip-flops, but they are very, very not water resistant, right? So they're not water resistant at all, obviously. So think about that as well with your pants. So where you're going is going to influence your choice. What kind of environment you're going to be working on influences your choice. To some degree, color, right? If you want to look all military tactical, you will change colors versus you want to blend in a little tiny bit more in the civilian population, right? If you are, using these as an EMT, so you're working on the back of an ambulance, you're not going to want this color pants. You're going to probably want dark blue or black or whatever your agency says. Same thing if you're serving in any kind of police or security force, it's going to dictate your color. So once you figure it out what you want, then the next thing is to choose your pants. So, for example, today I am outside in Ontario, Canada, so that tells me it's going to be cold, it's going to be wet, it's going to be damp. So I want something that is going to help protect me. There's a lot of scrub, you can probably see it behind me, so that means a lot of thorns and stuff. So that as well is going to influence how I dress. So the proper pants, again, these are a really nice pair of pants. I'll go through a pile of the features. I don't necessarily need to try them on for you. You can see that I'm fat enough without me trying them on to demonstrate. So they've got some really great features. One of the things I do like, speaking of weight, is they got the flexi in the sides. So if I put a little weight on or I take a little weight off, it's going to help, right? They call them canvas. It's not canvas. It's not sail canvas. I will admit they are a heavier pant, so they're a lot heavier than you would normally get in a regular BDU pant, right? So let's take a closer look. I'll throw them on the table here, go through a couple of the features that may or may not be right for you, and take it from there and see if this is the right thing for your arsenal of outdoor equipment. Here they are in all their tactical glory, the proper canvas BDU pant. So that says on here 65% polyester, 35% cotton. The good part about that is you're going to get a lot of color and fade resistant, being a poly cotton blend. If they were 80 or 90% cotton or 100% cotton, very quickly they're going to fade. It may not matter in tan, but if you're going with an olive drab or a black or a blue, the fade resistance is a very important feature. So that's just my thing. It has this little doodad right there on it, so you can hang keys. Personally, I would not want keys. There's my belly button area. I would not want keys banging around front of center like that. It's okay, I guess, if that's for you. For me, it doesn't make any sense. It has a little pocket here. So I have worn these pants before I made this video about 6 days, just doing different tasks, walking my dogs, going out, teaching students. The last thing I would want to do is tell anybody how great these pants are and not have spent a significant amount of time in them, at least enough time to understand how good they are. So I don't want to do an unboxing video of pants. It has a nice little pocket here, so you can put stuff in it. It may fit if you have a smaller cell phone. A lot of guys I see, they carry gloves in these pockets because the gloves are front and center, right? Has a reasonably decent size cargo pocket in here. I kind of like that. I like to carry, big on carrying my phone and my wallet in each side of my cargo pockets. So they're good for that. They are Velcro. So it's going to be a little noisy if noise is a big issue. Also with Velcro, over time it will, in my house anyways, it will fill with dog hair and then eventually or it will wear out. So that's on the one side. The only thing that I changed about these is I like the ties on the legs, mostly because I don't wear shoes, and it's super important to me that my pant legs don't drag on the ground, and I'm short, so pretty much all of my pants are long, so I had to add these. Almost all the proper pants I've ever bought for, I don't know, the last 20 some odd years have all come with these. Maybe it's just a feature that I guess no one wants or needs anymore. So just be aware, you're going to have to put your own tie on them if you like that feature on the bottom. The other side of the hip, of course, has another small pocket. If you have a very small cell phone, it might fit. Again, you could put gloves, anything in that you wanted. Pocket on that side. On the back here, oh, belt loops. Very nice big wide belt loops. I'm a big, because I take my dogs for a walk all the time. I like to have the big riggers belt there from Condor or whoever. Those are really nice. They will accommodate a nice 2.5 inch wide belt and they're not going to stick anywhere. So that's kind of a cool feature, something I look for. It has a double cloth seat, so you have your regular pant material, then another exact same material over top. Reinforced crotch area, which is really nice. So the idea, hopefully they'll last a while and you won't walk through them in like 2 or 3 months. 2 back pockets if you put stuff in your back pocket. But all in all, a decent pair of pants. Like I said, I've worn them now for about a week. I haven't bothered washing them. So I'm outdoors every day. I'm with students every day. And they seem okay. The stitching seems okay. I'm not a stitch expert by any means, but I don't see any problems with the stitching. They've lasted some time. They're not terribly dirty, but tan does get dirty. And you can see all the different styles of stitching and pocketing and stuff that they put on them, just to give them a little bit of style. So all in all, a good pair of pants. I'm pretty happy with them. I will probably order more pair of them. Again, I will just check. I'll turn the inside out so you can see that pant leg to add any kind of knee protection. So that's the pant leg turned inside. So there's that. So I guess if you wanted knee pads, you may be able to put a knee pad in that hole. That's probably what that's designed for. You can add knee pads to that, right there through that hole, if that's your thing and that's what you need to do. So I want to thank you so much for tuning into this video. I'm Wolf from Barefoot Bushcraft. I hope you enjoy these pants. If this is what you like, as always, please consider subscribing to our videos. Social media stuff, if you want to hook us up, hit us up on our Facebook. You can also look us up on the Instagram. And as always, barefootbushcraft.com. Once again, thank you so much for tuning into this video. I am Wolf for Barefoot Bushcraft. Please consider subscribing.